Okay, hello everybody. I am Mousa, originally a Palestinian from Gaza Strip. I live right now in Brussels, in Belgium, and I'm here after I got an invitation from Fra and his wife, Pauline. I would like first to thank them for letting me here in Ireland to know more about Ireland and to struggle against the British who are mainly the main cause for the main cause for, and the reason of our Palestinian suffering, unfortunately. So anyway, I would like to tell you in brief about myself. I am 36 years old. I was born in a refugee camp in Gaza Strip called Al Buraij refugee camp. It's in the middle of Gaza Strip. So I am a refugee. My family was was forced to leave their village in the north of Palestine, the occupied Palestine now. So my original village is called Zarnuqa. It's next to Ramla city, if you know it. So I am a refugee, and I am here still a refugee until I return back to a free Palestine. This is first. I left Gaza in 2016 with my mom. We were in a visit to Saudi Arabia for pilgrimage. So it was the first and the first way to me to leave Gaza officially and legally for a visa to Saudi Arabia. Then after we finished our visit to Saudi Arabia, my mom went back to Gaza and I left to Turkey also legally by a visa to Turkey. It was on my passport. The main cause for me to leave Gaza because I can't live there under the occupation, under the bad situation, bad economic, financial situation, and under the siege also, because I'm looking for freedom to move, freedom to travel, to discover the world, to discover the cultures. So my main cause was to leave Gaza for a better future, for me, for my wife, for my family, for my kids also. So I went to Turkey in 2016, exactly in November 2016. I went to Turkey. I stayed 2 months. I was searching for a way to go officially to Europe. So I asked someone to make me a visa for me to Germany, but he was a smuggler person, and he was Arabic by the time. He speaks my language, so it was my first time to me to apply for a visa to Europe. So I don't know all the conditions, all types of visa. So he told me I will make you a visa, an official visa to Germany, and you pay $2,000. I told him, okay, just make the visa. Then if I saw the visa on my passport, I will give you the money and travel safely from Turkey to Germany. After that, I was thinking to ask for asylum there and get my resident card and start my life. Unfortunately, the visa was faked, and the Turkish policemen at the airport stopped me and they arrested me for 2 weeks. And I tried many times to convince them that I don't know that it was a fake visa, because this is my first time, my first experience. I am now about 30 years old and I didn't travel before to Europe or to Turkey. This is the first time for me. They told me, okay, no problem, you can call an advocate, a lawyer, to let you go out the prison. I saw a lawyer, a Turkish lawyer, by the aid of my friends, The lawyer took about 500 euro to let me leave the prison, and it was happened. After that, the Turkish authority gave me just 15 days to leave Turkey. You cannot stay more than 15 days. You can go back to Gaza. You can travel to any country that let you get in without any visa. So you have the right to choose. The most important thing, you have to leave Turkey in 15 days. I tried to get my passport in order to travel from Turkey, but the Turkish authority told me you cannot get your passport because you have a fake visa on it. You have to go to your Palestinian embassy or consulate to make a new one. I phoned them. They told me it will take 3 months to get your new passport. And I asked them, I'm in trouble. I can't wait 3 months for a new passport. It's only 15 days to leave Turkey. They told me these are the rules and we cannot do it with a short time. Now I decided to move illegally to Greece. I think as the majority of all refugees here in Europe who came illegally through Greece, then Belgium or Ireland, Sweden, etc. So I tried with some Palestinian friends and Syrian friends to go across the borders by land with another Syrian smuggler. I was lucky that from this, it was the first try to me to cross the borders, and it was succeeded. But while I succeeded, 8 of my Palestinian friends arrested for me because they didn't follow the commands of the smuggler persons. So the police, the Greek police, arrested them, and they took them while we were, me and other 6 Syrian boys and girls, we were hiding under the trees next to in the land of Greece on the borders. So we were hiding while they arrested other group. After that, when the police went and took the 8 prisoners, the 8 Palestinian prisoners that they were with us, and the area was safe, we get up and moved from that place to a place next to the railway, that there were some taxis, there were some bus stations, some train stations, in order to go first to Saloniki city. It's a Greek city that when you arrive it, the Greek can't let you back to Turkey. But if you are arrested before this city, the Greek will take you and put you in a prison for 1 or 2 nights. They took your money, your clothes, your phones, and let you go back to Turkey and cross the river and don't come. Sometimes they hit people in order not to let them go back and try again. So we were lucky that we stayed about 5 hours in a place. 5 hours we stayed waiting for 2 Greek smugglers. They came by their cars and they took us from that place, which is far about 3 hours, to Saloniki city. That it was the first our goal to arrive. So we get in the cars. We were 7 persons, me, the only Palestinian one, and 6 Syrian boys and girls. We went in the cars and we drove to Thessaloniki city. While we were driving, after 1 hour and a half, we were stopped by the two drivers, the Greek men. They told us we need money. We need money in order to fill in diesel, the cars in diesels and something. So we need $200 from each of you. We told them you already get the money when we arrive, because it was agreement between the smugglers. We put our money in an office in Turkey. When we arrive, someone take this money by a code. There was a system. Just when we arrive, we give the code, this code, to the smuggler in Turkey, and he transfer money to the smugglers in Greece. So anyway, we give them some money just to let them move with us to Thessaloniki. We are not safe now. If the policemen arrested us, they will bring us back to Turkey. And it was a long journey and a difficult one. So we paid. We moved to, finally we arrived to Thessaloniki city. This city, when we arrived, the two smugglers, the two drivers, came by their cars and they changed the numbers of the cars quickly in a security check. After that, they let us to go in a house. When we get in the house, they closed the house. They also fell down all curtains and they told us, please don't make voice. We don't need you. You are Arabic, you speak Arabic language, and we don't need anyone from this area to listen you and call the police to arrest you. You are here illegally, so they will come and arrest you. And maybe it will be danger for us that we just let you in our house. We stayed about 2 days in that house, and unfortunately the two men are very, very bad. They tried to take our money. They don't let us to go outside in order to continue our journey, because we have to go to Athens, which is the capital, that we will try again from Athens to travel by plane or by land to other Europe countries. So they didn't let us to go outside for 2 days. They were threatening us also to kill if we do something. Their cause was that we need to get our money first from the smuggler in Turkey, then we let you go outside. We told them we have agreement, and you can do everything with the other smugglers. We are not, now we give the code for free our money, and the money is with the smuggler, your partner in Turkey. But they don't let us to go outside. After 2 days, we became very annoyed, very angry, so we tried the first plan to get out. We negotiate with those two guys. They were by the time armed. They were armed. They have two rifles, two guns, so in their house. So we were scared to do any dangerous thing with them. So we tried to negotiate them. We told them we have this girl, and this girl, she is a pregnant woman, and really she was pregnant in the 6 months. We told them this girl wants to go to the hospital, please. So open the door for us. Call the ambulance to come and get her. So it was a plan just to open the door, then we get outside the house. But they refused. They just tell you can take paracetamol for each 3 or 4 hours, 1 tablet of paracetamol, and that's it. She will become better. We told them no, you have to let her, only her, to go to the hospital. They refused. Then we became more angry and more more angry because now we have to go outside to continue our journey. So we told them the second plan: if you didn't open the door right now, we will shout, we will make troubles with the neighbors, we will call the police also. If we have SIM cards, telephones, so we know the number of the police, we have to call them. So you have to open the house in order not to make troubles with you. And you solve your problem with that smugglers in Turkey. They refused. So the husband of another girl, a Syrian girl, had flight from Germany. He was in Germany by the time. He flight from Germany to Thessaloniki just to help us to let outside. And he arrived. We sent the location for him. He arrived and knocked the door. And the two men were very upset. Who's there? And they tried to know. We told them, don't worry, he's the husband of this girl. So please, let him to get in. When he get in, they closed the door quickly. We couldn't get out. After that, we waited 2 hours. After negotiation, no way. The only way is to make chaos and get out and take the key from them and get out the house. And we did like this. We make chaos. We started to knock at doors and to open the curtains. We told them, now the police will arrest you and the neighbors will call you that you are smugglers and you will go for jails. You have to open the door now. They became afraid because we were about now 8 persons. So they opened the door. Then we get out the house that we are the first step to be free in Athens and safe also from going back to Turkey. We took 2 taxis to a train station and we head to Athens. I will try to summarize more than as much as can. We moved to Athens. For me personally, I stayed about 2 times in Athens. The system there, the illegal system there of traveling from Athens for refugees, you can travel by plane when you get fake IDs, fake passport, or you can get original passport but for someone who looks like you. So you go by these documents to the airport with a correct boarding pass, and sometimes you have a luck from the first try to travel to Sweden, to Ireland, to any country you want, or sometimes you are arrested. For me, I arrested twice by these documents. I arrested twice in the airport, but the Greek were gentle with me, were kind. They told me, okay, go back to Athens. You are not lucky this time. You can try. So they were kind with us. Just to be honest, some of the policemen in the second time told me, try with another passport. It was not make sense with this passport. So the third try, it was succeed. I traveled with a woman and her son. They also want to go to Sweden to reunion with their family. So we got passport, Arabic passports with official visa, but they changed the photos, only the photos. After that, we flight. I paid for this flight. I paid about $500 to fly from Athens to Sweden. Then I stayed 1 day in Sweden. I didn't like Sweden because I was thinking of Belgium to get a quick ID, quick passport. So I arrived Belgium in 2017 in January, the 2nd of January. When I arrived to Belgium, I waited about few days to ask the situation. Then I asked for asylum in Belgium, and at the end of January 2017. I stayed about 1 year and 3 months to get my positive decision for a resident card in Belgium, and to recognize as one more time as a refugee in Belgium. So I became another time a refugee recognized in Belgium. When I got my identity card, and now I try to bring my wife for reunion to Belgium. We asked for official visa for her. We waited 8 months, from 8 to 9 months to get the visa, but they refused her. So now, at this moment, I was forced to bring her illegally to Belgium and do the same time, to do the same trip with her and the same suffering with her to get in Belgium. She has a long stories while she was traveling illegally from Turkey to Greece, and then from Greece to Belgium. But finally she was succeeded in 2019 to fly from Athens to Brussels airport by fake ID, or ID not for her, it's for another Belgian girl. She arrived to Brussels in September 2019, and we started to a new life there, a new life without any oppression, without any suffering from electricity, from economics, from all suffering that I met in Palestine, that my family and other Palestinians who live in Gaza or in West Bank, they still live in these sufferings. So we started our family. We got now 2 boys. Both of them were born in Belgium. The first one is 3 years, the second one is 3 months. So we are happy to be in Belgium. Last year I got the nationality of Belgium. So I'm a Palestinian with a Belgian nationality, which led me to travel and to do my first trip here to Ireland, and know more about Ireland, know more about your struggle against the British, because I like resistance. I like to know how do you get your freedom, and how do you still working to get full freedom to have a united Ireland. So I hope that you soon get a united Ireland. The same wish to my country to be free and live in a dignified life. So this is my personal story. I make a summary of it. While I work with it, I speak too much, but I summarized it. So this is my story. I want to tell everybody here in Ireland or everywhere that how does the Palestinian boy or girl, when he wants to travel, how does he suffer also while he leaves his country. So suffering is still suffering, and we hope that one day we will more free. We will get a new and free Palestine without any suffering.